Good afternoon all. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the lesson Enchanted Pool written by the author C. Rajagopalachari. We all heard about Mahabharata stories. So Mahabharata is a story that takes place between two cousin brothers, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. So this lesson, the Enchanted Pool, is written by the author C. Rajagopalachari. A small part of the Mahabharata story has been taken and has been kept as a lesson for you people. So before going to study what is there in this lesson, the Enchanted Pool, so we are going to have author introduction. So we'll come to know about some information about the author, C. Rajagopalachari. Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, popularly known as Rajaji, was a great patriot, astute politician, incisive thinker, and also author of many books. His popular books are on Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, Ramayana, and Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, he displays his inimitable flair for telling stories and applying their moral principle to modern times. So, the author Chakravarti Rajagopalachari was popularly known as Rajaji. He was a great patriot. Patriot means the person who loves the country more. And he is also an astute politician. He is actively involved in the field of politics and an incisive thinker. Incisive thinker means a person who thinks critically and logically. And also he is author of many books. So Chakravarti Rajagopalachari has written so many books and is also active in politics. He was a great patriot and he is also an incisive thinker. So he thinks very logically and creatively. So his popular books are on Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, Ramayana, and Mahabharata. Chakravarti Rajagopalachari has written so many books, and the books were written based on Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Ramayana, and the Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, he displays his inimitable flair for telling stories and applying their principle to modern times. So, the books which are written based on the Mahabharata, Rajagopalachari tells the readers to apply the morals that are present in the Mahabharata story in present modern times, to how to apply those moral values which has been told in Mahabharata story, how to apply those moral values in today's time, into modern time, how we are going to apply that has been told in his books. So let us discuss about the lesson, the Enchanted Pool. So the meaning of the word enchanted is enchanted pool means the pool which has some magical power, so which is under the control of some magical power. So let us go through the lessons and we'll come to know what happens in this particular story, the Enchanted Pool. So the story goes like this. In the Mahabharata, the Pandavas lost everything in the game of dice to the Kauravas and had to live in the forest for 12 years. During this period, they had to constantly move from place to place for safety and to meet their daily needs. One day, in the 12th year, the Pandava brothers wandered deep into the forest in pursuit of deer. So the situation is that in the Mahabharata story, all of us we know that the Pandavas and Kauravas will have a game of dice, and in that game of dice, Pandavas will lose the game against Kauravas. So as per the rule of the game, the Pandavas has to go into the forest for 12 years. So this is the rule of the game. Whoever is going to lose the game, they have to spend their life for 12 years in the forest. So as per the rules, after losing the game against the Kauravas, the Pandavas will move towards the forest and they have to live in the forest for 12 years. So in that period of 12 years, Pandavas cannot stay in one particular part of the forest because they have to move from one place to another place during this wandering of 12 years. Why? Because for the safety purpose, and the second purpose why they have to move from one place to another place is that to meet their daily needs. They have to leave they should get the food, they should get the shelter. If they stay in one place for a long time, they are not going to get all these daily needs. So during these 12 years, they used to move from one place to another place. One day in the 12th year, the Pandava brothers wandered deep into the forest in pursuit of the deer. So in one day among these 12 years, so the Pandavas brothers were wandering. Wandering means they were moving deep into the forest in pursuit of a deer. Pursuit means in search of a deer. So in one day, all the five Pandava brothers were go deep into the forest in search of a deer. So let's see what happens after this situation. So the situation is that one day the Pandavas brother were going deep into the forest in search of a deer. So what happens on that particular day? So let's see the lesson. The sun was hot overhead, and the five brothers grew more and more weary and thirsty. Yudhishthira sank down under a tree to rest and said to Nakula, "Brother, climb the tree and see whether there is any pool or river nearby." Nakula climbed the tree, looked around and said, "At a little distance, I see water plants and cranes. There must be certainly be water there." So what happens is the sun was hot overhead and the five brothers were grew more and more weary and thirsty. As they were moving deep inside the forest, the sun was too hot on that particular day. So as the sun was too hot, all five Pandava brothers grew more weary and thirsty. Weary means they lost all their energy as the sun was too hot. They become tired and they became thirsty. So Yudhishthira sat down under a tree to rest and said to Nakula. So as they become tired, then Yudhishthira sat down under a tree and he says to his brother Nakula to climb up a tree and search whether there is any pool or river nearby. So after sitting under a tree, Yudhishthira tells to his brother Nakula to climb up a tree and to search whether there is a river or pond nearby to the place where they sat and thought of taking rest. So then Nakula climbs up the tree and looked around, and then he said, "At a little distance, I see water plants and cranes. There must be certainly water there." So after climbing the tree, Nakula turns around and he finds that there are some water plants and some cranes. Cranes means the white birds. Kannada kokre anta karitivalva. So when he climbed up the tree, he has seen some water plants and some cranes. So after seeing that, he come to an assumption, or he come to know that there must certainly be water there, because when the crane generally will be present next to the water bodies. So after seeing the crane and some water bodies, Nakula come to know that so there will be certainly some water bodies near the place where they were resting. So then Yudhishthira sent him to fetch some water to drink. Nakula was glad when he got to the place and saw that there was a pool. He was very thirsty himself and so thought of quenching his thirst first before asking the water in the quiver for his brothers. But no, sooner did he dip his hand in the transparent water, he heard a voice which said, "Stop, Nakula, do not drink. This pool belongs to me. O son of Madri, answer my questions and then drink the water." Nakula was surprised, but carried away by his intense thirst and heedless of the warning, he knelt down and began to drink the water. At once, he began to feel terribly drowsy and he fell down, to all appearance dead. So when Nakula said that there may be a pond nearby to this place because he has seen the cranes and some water plants when he climbed up the tree. So then he says to his brother Yudhishthira that so there may be some pond near to this place. Then Yudhishthira send Nakula to fetch some water from that pond which he has seen when he climbed up the tree. Then Nakula was glad when he got to the place and saw that there was a pool. So after coming to that place, he saw a pool there and he was very thirsty himself and so thought of quenching his thirst first. So when he came near the pool, as the sun was too hot on that day, Nakula was also thirsty. When he came near the pool, Nakula thought of quenching his thirst first. Quenching his thirst first. So he thought of drinking water, and then if he drinks water, he can overcome the thirsty feeling that he has. So he thought of drinking water first before in the quiver for his, before taking water to his brothers. He thought of drinking the water near the pool itself. So then, but no sooner did he dip his hand in the transparent water. So then he dips his hand in the transparent water. After dipping the hand in the transparent water, he heard a voice. So he heard some voice, and the voice says that, "Stop, Nakula, do not drink. This pool belongs to me. O son of Madri, answer my questions and then drink the water." So when Nakula dipped his water on in the transparent water, he heard some voice which says that, "Stop, Nakula, do not drink. This pool belongs to me. O son of Madri, answer my questions and then drink the water." So a voice in the background came like that, "Stop, Nakula, do not drink. This pool belongs to me." So he heard some voice which is saying, "Don't drink the water. This pool belongs to me. O son of Madri, first answer my questions and then you start to drink the water, because this pool belongs to me. You should not drink water without my permission." This is what that voice in the background has told. So after hearing this voice, Nakula was surprised, because there was no one was there. He is the only person who was present near the pool. When he heard that voice, he was surprised, but carried away by his intense thirst and heedless of the warning, he knelt down and began to drink the water. So as he was very thirsty, Nakula has not bothered much about that the voice which he had heard in the background. So he started to, he knelt down. So he sat on his knees near the pond and he started to drink the water. He is not worried much about the warning which he had heard in the background voice. He knelt down, he sit on his knees and he started to drink the water from the pool. At once, he began to feel terribly drowsy and he fell down, to all appearance dead. So after drinking the water, so without worrying much about the voice which he had heard in the background, Nakula, he sat on his knees and started to drink the water from the pool. After drinking the water, he began to feel terribly drowsy. So he started to feel the drowsiness and he fell down. So after some time, he fell down on the ground near the pool, to all appearance dead. So he fell down on the ground and he is looking like he is dead. So then when Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see what the matter was. Sahadeva also ignored the warning. He drank the water and at once dropped down. When Sahadeva too failed to return, Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see whether the brothers had met with any danger. Arjuna went swiftly. He saw his brothers lying dead near the pool. Heartbroken with grief, he wanted to avenge their deaths. However, he too was overwhelmed by a monstrous thirst, which compelled him towards the fatal pool. So, as Nakula was fell down near the pool, he did not return for for a long time. Then, when Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see what the matter was. So, when Nakula did not came back after so many long time, Yudhishthira waited for so many long time so that Nakula is going to come back. But when he didn't came back, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see what the matter was. So then Yudhishthira sends Sahadeva towards the pool to see what has been happened there. Then Sahadeva is going to come near the pool. Sahadeva is also going to hear the same background voice which Nakula had heard, but Sahadeva also ignored the warning. So when Sahadeva also came near the pool, so the voice has in the background the voice has been came, but Sahadeva also ignores the voice, and then he drank the water at once, dropped down. So Sahadeva also drinks the water when he came near the pool, because all five brothers were so thirsty because the sun was too hot. Sahadeva also ignored the voice which said not to drink the water. So Sahadeva also drank the water and he also fell down near the pond. So when Sahadeva too failed to return, Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see whether the brothers had met with any danger. So again, as Sahadeva was fell down near the pond, he is also not able to return to Yudhishthira. So then again, Yudhishthira sends Arjuna. So Yudhishthira sends his third brother Arjuna to see what happened to these brothers. Did they met with any danger, or what happened to these people, these two brothers? To check what happened to Nakula and Sahadeva. Again, Yudhishthira sends Arjuna towards the pool to go there and to see what happened to these two brothers. Then Arjuna went swiftly. Swiftly means Arjuna went fast, moved fastly towards the pool. He saw his brothers lying dead near the pool. When he came near the pool, he saw that two of his brothers were lying dead near the pool. Heartbroken with grief, he wanted to avenge their deaths. So when he saw that his two brothers were lying dead near the pool, his heart was broken with grief. He was so sad. He felt so bad that two of his brothers were lying dead near the pool, and he wanted to avenge their deaths. So he wanted to take revenge for their deaths. However, he too was overwhelmed by monstrous thirst, which compelled him towards the fatal pool. But we know that as the sun was too hot, all of the five brothers were too thirsty. So Arjuna has came near the pool in search of his two brothers. But when he came near the pool, he come to know that his two brothers were lying dead near the pool. He felt so bad with grief, and then he wanted to take revenge against his brother's death. So before taking the revenge, we know that all the five brothers were so thirsty. Arjuna was also so thirsty. When he came near the pool, he thought of the drinking water. So he also go near the pool to drink water. So what happens is, however, he too was overwhelmed by monstrous thirst, which compelled him towards the fatal pool. So he also feel very thirsty when he came near the pool. So he also started to move towards the pool, towards the fatal pool. Fatal means which is causing death. Already his two brothers were lying dead and near the pool. So the author is calling the pool fatal pool because fatal means which causes death. So here his brother Nakula and Sahadeva were already lying dead near the pool. So the author calls the pool as fatal because two of his brothers, Nakula and Sahadeva, were falling dead near the pool. So the author calls it as fatal pool. When Arjuna came near the pool in search of his brothers, he saw that his two brothers were lying dead near the pool. He was heartbroken and he felt very sad. Then he thought of taking revenge against his brother's death. So before taking the revenge, he also became so thirsty. When he came near the pool, he thought of drinking water because he is also feeling very thirsty. So he thought of going near the pool to drink the water. So today we'll stop our discussion here. So we'll see what happens to Arjuna in the next class. Okay.